Brady, have you heard the story about, you're a big fan of John Madden, correct? Big fan
John
of, I love John Madden, too.
John Madden.
Haven't heard John Madden say a bad thing to anybody. Except for LaVar Arrington.
Really?
Horrible.
Wait, what?
Yeah, just a kick in the nuts.
Disrespecting me so
hold
bad.
Hold on. I need to hear this.
Tell about the time John Madden wore steel-toe boots and kicked you in the nuts.
So we were coming into the season, and they were calling the game. I believe we were the first game of the year. We were playing, I want to say, the Jets. They still had Curtis Martin. They had Lamont Jordan. That year, they're a pretty good team, and I want to say that was the year we brought in Jesse Armstead, the meathead from Philadelphia, the linebacker, a couple other guys. I want to say we had a pretty interesting offseason, which we always did, but we were pretty stacked and still loaded from my rookie year, and I'm in the production meeting, and we're talking, and John Madden is sitting there, and he's like, yeah. You got a lot of energy, LaVar. It's like you're really. I like how you are. And I didn't know him and didn't have experiences with him. I'm just excited to be in this production meeting, and I'm not knowing that I'm being set up. It was a setup. So he gets me going, and I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. He's like, so do you think you're going to win the Super Bowl? I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to win this thing. This is our year. I know it's been rough. We're going to get it turned around. This is the year. He says to me, he makes this face. John hits you with a blank stare. His stares are really blank. They're fully loaded, but the look you get is very, very blank. You're not reading it. He probably was at some point a really, really dope poker player. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what direction he's going in. This man says to me, I will bungee cord out of the Goodyear blimp over the 50-yard line at halftime if the Washington football team, and he didn't say football team, he said the other name, if they're playing in the Super Bowl. Now, we haven't played one game yet, Brady. We have not played one game.
Now I'm curious to see what the look on your face was.
First off, I felt really disrespected. And back then, you got to know, I was loyal to the soil. And I was definitely borderline a-hole. I was so intense about protecting our name and our team and our guys. One time I threatened Jay Leno. I told Jay Leno, bring Jay Leno's ass to Washington football, which it wasn't that then, but it was our park back then.
What was it?
It was our park. Right? Now it's Washington Football Team Park, I would assume. I don't know, but it was our park back then.
You saying our park or our park?
R, as in the letter R.
Oh, I got
and so I'm not giving you the whole name.
What did that R stand for, though?
Okay, that's what it stood for.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I tell Jay Leno, you bring your ass to the park and you put some pads on, and I'm gonna kick your ass.
Hey.
Right?
That got close.
Wow.
But I got, and here's why Jay Leno got it, because I couldn't say that to John Madden. You can't disrespect John Madden.
No,
John Madden
he's got 3.5 hours then of bashing your football team every time he comes in town.
And he'll make you slow in the video game.
Well, yeah, that too.
That's the other thing.
There's just some guys that you got to respect them because of what they meant to the game and what they're doing for the game. Still, John Madden was untouchable, so I ate that. But when Jay Leno did it, I told Jay Leno, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you down. And Jay Leno called me that day. It got out through the media. He called me that day. He's like, "Hey, look, man. Hey, I didn't mean it. This is material." He was making fun of us. He was making fun of our team, and we were make funnable. We were easy targets. And yeah, so he said he would bungee cord
out of the
Goodyear blimp. And if you know,
he doesn't fly.
If you want to add insult to injury for those out there who aren't aware of John Madden and what makes this so disrespectful is John Madden does not fly. He will not leave the earth. Like, he will not leave the ground. He doesn't fly. He doesn't do anything that would involve him leaving the ground. So he took buses from place to place when he was doing things. So never flies. Will not fly.
Madden Cruiser, right?
Yeah, will not fly. So for somebody to tell you that they would do something that they never do in their life, if you make it to the Super Bowl, tells you all you need to know about how bad we really were in reality versus what we thought we were in fantasy.
And what team was he talking about? Like the team that he was talking about? Because you keep saying "our" as I'm just trying to figure out.
Our team.
Okay.
Yeah, are you saying we are?
Yeah.
Was this a Penn State thing?
Yeah,
hold on.
Yeah, Brady, I'm confused too.
I have a Pittsburgh accent.
What do you mean?
Our team.
Yeah,
maybe I come from a
who
pirate
is that
family.
team? Who is that team in Pittsburgh?
It started with an R.
Stillers.
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 Dusty says it.
You work too hard at it,
He
man. That's how you know you're not from there, man.
It sounds like he's just walking out of the bar.
Yeah.
You know,
Stillers.
Yeah,
Stillers.
All right, it is two pros and a cup of Jones. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, and Jonas Knox here on FSR.
Apparently, I wasn't much of a pro.
12 minutes.
John Madden was going to jump out of that Goodyear blimp. There wasn't enough.
That wasn't an indictment on you.
Yeah,
it was an indictment on the team and where you guys were at. I know we're all one when we're part of the team, but
felt like a loser before we even started the season, Brady.
Yeah. Well,
I was strong in mind and in heart, but my emotions, they were destroyed.
Yeah.
John Gruden asked me before a Monday Night Football game versus the Ravens when I was in Cleveland. He dead-faced, leaned across the table and just goes, "Do you think you guys can win tomorrow night?" And honestly, there was you know how you got that second or two that runs through your head before you answer something because your mind's racing about what you actually think or what to say?
Right.
And I said yes, but I was thinking in my mind, we're going to have to play our best game,
right? And
we're going to have to catch them on an off night. I mean, we were a one-win team at that point in time in the season. We were a young football team, but that was irrelevant. I mean, we had gone through so much turnover on the roster, new scheme, new coach, all this stuff.
What was his response? You had to clear your throat.
He just kind of leaned back. Okay, I mean, but he kind of pressed me on it. And my thing was, and I've always been this way, because the next thing where my mind went to was, I'm always the type of guy, maybe it's like the whole Notre Dame mantra and all that, but what though the odds be great or small? I've always liked the odds stacked against me. Mm-hmm. I've always liked that. I've always loved when people said, no, you can't do something. I've loved that. Put it all against me and let me see if I can't show you what I can do. And look, more often than not, you're probably going to lose in those scenarios unless you just have supreme talent, which that wasn't me. But I think I can still do it, right? I'll get on a golf course and there'll be some shot and it's like I'm Kevin Costner in Tin Cup because I'm I've got the ability to hit this shot, but I don't practice and play enough to be able to actually do it in this moment. Now, maybe one in
not
10
in this
times.
moment in particular.
Maybe 1 in 10 times, or maybe I should have had those 10 beers before this shot.
Right.
But I'm sure as hell going to try it because I didn't come here to lay up. I didn't come here to lay down. And so I think that way. I can't speak for everyone else in our locker room, though. That's what I wanted to say. You put me anywhere, and I feel like I got a shot at winning. But again, I don't know that everyone else is feeling that way. And that's the hard thing I think about the NFL. The Lions last night. You're going into Lambeau in Green Bay, and you probably wish the Packers would have won Week 1.
Yes.
You probably wish they wouldn't have got the doors beat off of them in Week 1 by the Saints. And so they wouldn't be coming into this matchup for their home opener going, yeah, we're about ready to open up a can on these dudes,